Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Pancakes!
I'm Gus.
I'm Pancakes!
I'm Barbara Pancakes!
I'm a pancake eater.
And I'm Gus. It's pancake time. It's our annual tradition. It's the 10th annual Pancake Podcast. The tradition started 10 years ago.
So you made fun of me in 2012. We did it in 2013, and now it's 2023.
Do you not want pancakes?
Do you know what pancakes? You wouldn't have pancakes if
I want
it was-
pancakes.
Pancake Day is the best thing I brought to this country.
Guys, it's the official first waffle pancake, waffle breakfast. We're starting it now.
Well,
It's normal to make fun of things that we don't understand, and then once we do, we fully embrace it. That's the American way.
That's what we're
American
about.
way,
yeah.
That's step one, make fun of it. Step two, figure it out.
Yeah.
on top of any pancakes we may be making here, I do want to point out we have Hector on the sidecar over here. The pancake station.
Kiss the chef.
We already have our first visitor for pancakes.
Wasting no time.
Sally's!
No granola bars in the kitchen.
Well, there will be a full breakfast here in just a few minutes.
I think, are we going to send a message to anyone who's in the studio that they can come get pancakes?
Put out the pancake signal, which is just a spotlight.
Well, there was kind of an aggressive sign on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sign on the door said pancakes, no entry.
Yeah, they have to go around that way.
Oh, okay.
And then we're doing something different as well. We want to do an experiment. This pancake. 10 years of pancakes. Pancakes are getting boring. We got to spice it up.
Sure.
We're going to make a rice cooker pancake right here.
What?
Ooh.
That's what the
You
rice
just-
cooker's for.
Do you just put the pancake mix in the bottom of the rice cooker?
No, I have to make pancake mix over here. So I've got all the ingredients. You all need to vamp for a few minutes. We don't have a mixing
damn.
bowl for me, so I have to mix it all in this pitcher.
Just like the Pilgrims did.
What Shrove Tuesday is all about.
So let's see. A mixing bowl, whisk together eggs and milk. Okay.
Why can't you just
Seems
do-
simple enough. It burst into flames.
Why can't you just do like the water and pancake mix situation?
I think it doesn't work. Like it'll burn or something.
Oh, it's got to be real.
It has to be.
It has to be the
real.
genuine article. Can't be.
Eggs.
Ooh, here we go. Little Rocky breakfast.
I've started breaking eggs differently.
What does that mean?
Do you
How
do
did
the
you do-
one-handed crack and like the one-handed crack, or
you
how
just
do you do?
hold it above the pan, and then
yeah.
you drop it, and it just smashes in half, and then you take the two pieces
Like
and throw-
perfectly in half. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. That's one of those.
If you get the height right, it just goes, and then the egg isn't wrecked, and you just get two halves of a shell.
What if you get the height wrong?
Well, then it like kind of splats and half comes out, and then you got.
There was a lot of trial and error. It's like,
Do you have an egg? I bet we could do it right now.
Oh yeah.
That's
I think Hector has eggs over
laziest
there.
way of
I
making.
have one more egg.
Egg me.
No. I'm in the way of you and Gavin.
Do you want a plate or something?
You need something it'll crack on, right? So
Yeah, like a pan or this table.
I don't
Don't get egg on the
laptop. I think we have a
table.
laptop around here we can use.
Oh.
I don't know if it'll crack on that plate.
Yeah, we need something
Metal,
hard.
probably.
We need like a metal, right?
Here. Oh, this is bowl. Can you aim it in this bowl?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then we won't see it.
Do you have like like a hard plate?
Oh, there we go. This is perfect. Yep. No, we got the perfect thing.
I learned about this,
Cheap
how I
pan.
learned about most things, which is someone else's Instagram reel of a TikTok.
That's right. Our Library of Alexandria.
What is it with whenever it gets like it goes down a chain, it like gets pulled off TikTok or like re-TikToked or whatever, and then it's on Instagram. The audio goes so far out of sync that it's barely worth watching.
Yeah. Some of
Oh
those.
no, yeah, it's absolutely.
Hold on, wait.
atrocious. Oh, here we go.
Before you do this, place bets. Is it going to crack perfectly in half, causing two shells?
You out there, decide.
No, absolutely not.
Text this number at the bottom of the screen to vote for what you think is going to happen.
I think you could do it.
Okay.
This is going to be a nightmare. This is going to get everywhere.
I'm going to get out of the.
3, 2, 1.
That's how you do it? That's a fucking...
The perfect egg.
Okay.
Whoa!
That
was even better actually because it stayed as one
Well,
piece
there's-
instead of
Whoa!
two.
It didn't even.
There's shell in it.
shell in there.
Well, it's not a proper pad, you know.
Yeah.
Moving those goalposts.
That's garbage. Why would anyone do that? There's a perfectly acceptable way to do it.
Yeah, but that way you don't get egg on your fingers.
I don't like shell in my omelet.
Look,
Just learn to crack one-handed, then you're good.
I'll be honest, I'm disappointed with the shell. I've never seen that happen. But,
Yeah.
you know.
That was pretty good though.
The thing
It wasn't bad.
The thing we all said would not work didn't work. Shocker.
You know what? I have to say, even though there's a little bit of shell in there, that went better than I thought it was going to.
It did, yeah,
Like,
same.
yeah.
You were thinking about moving. That's how low your expectations
Exactly.
were.
Like I was
wonder
using
if-
the mic to shield my face.
See,
but,
there's a slight sort of spring factor that could
Yeah,
have affected
yeah,
the
yeah.
true,
results.
and it's also I mean
my
it's a baking sheet, so it's like warped to all hell, like all baking sheets are. No baking sheet has been actually perfectly flat. They twist the second you cook one thing on them.
It's true.
So, yeah.
This is good enough. All right. So I got all our ingredients.
Was that enough vamping for you?
Yeah, I think we're vamped
So-
enough. It's time to
What?
cook
So
it.
do you basically just pour it into the bottom of the rice cooker and like it makes a flat layer?
It should make a fluffy pancake.
Ooh, okay.
Smash cut
Oh!
2 sirens.
We should also cook this egg on there later because
that mixed
they're
up
like
enough?
$9 or something.
That's right. That,
All right. What a waste.
it's like a 50 caliber bullet. They're like a buck a piece.
All of the Wall
Jesus.
Street fat cats are diversifying their investments into dozens of eggs.
We don't have garlic, do we?
Garlic egg?
No, this is for something else. But
Oh.
apparently, if you like rub garlic on your fingers and then you could pick up the yolk
let's
And,
try
like,
all
yeah,
these dumb
another-
TikTok
and like
egg
detach
hacks.
it,
Definitely a TikTok thing.
like detach it from the white, essentially.
All right, let's get some garlic.
Okay.
Let's get don't. Please don't go out and get garlic just so I could detach the yellow.
Just so we can spill yolk everywhere. all over
Yeah,
the place.
and I could be covered in egg for the rest of the podcast.
Okay, I'll start burning some pancakes.
While you're doing that too, I know it's Pancake Podcast, but it's also a very special time because this past weekend, when this comes out, RWBY Volume 9 has officially premiered on Crunchyroll.
So I guess
Episode 1.
this is a good time to tell everyone we're pre-taping this podcast. This isn't live, so
Yeah.
apologies.
So Monday, when you're watching this live right now, is President's Day, which the company has off. So we had to pre-record this.
So we're talking. It's gonna be weird talking about RWBY because if you're watching this live, it happened in the past tense, but for us, it has not happened yet. So
Yeah.
it's future tense.
Yeah, and if you're, you'll probably interrupt. We're probably interrupting your President's Day celebration, celebrating all the presidents.
You can celebrate President's Day by watching the new volume of RWBY.
Exactly.
Make it your new President's Day tradition.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just like the founding fathers intended. Watch RWBY.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Vote Yang for president in 2020. Yang was running for president. A different Yang. Right? That was his name? Wasn't there a guy named
Andrew Yang?
Oh yeah. I was like, who's? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I forgot about it.
Oh my God! Talk about completely slipping off the map. That guy was like, he was like a crypto. He got really into crypto and then disappeared, just like they all do.
Just like all the crypto Super Bowl ads
Crypto
ran
brands.
away.
exactly. Just
Should we take this pan away, maybe? Do
Well, we could cook the egg.
You want me to cook the egg? All right, give me.
you want to use
Oh,
the
yeah,
egg?
Hector
Hector
can
wants
use
the egg.
Hector's making real pancakes over there. I'm just fucking around.
Thank you, Tyler.
Did anyone send us? Oh yeah, I see people there. I was like worried that people weren't coming to get.
Oh, people are getting pancakes. They're getting pancakes before we're getting pancakes.
I was
Look at
having
that.
to get this ready because the rice cooker pancake takes 45 minutes to cook.
Well, why don't we just get normal pancakes while we wait?
I'm doing that now. I've only got 2 arms.
Oh, we don't get any of Hector's pancakes?
You can get a Hector pancake if you want.
Are you only non-us pancakes?
No, there's a whole bunch of them that are ready, but y'all didn't.
Go for it.
Oh,
Wow.
Sling some over. Yeah, we'll,
Yeah.
we'll crack on.
Bring them over. Take
I
that
wish we
pressure
had
off
plates.
the plates.
We do have plates?
right here. Yeah.
Fling them over.
Oh, yeah, we'll catch him.
You want to get?
Right, Andrew?
Yeah, of course. Totally. Oh, here we go. Thank you.
You could use that as a shield when they fling ours.
There we go. Oh. That was an interesting pass back and forth of a plate. Oh, no, I thought you were going to fling them.
Oh,
Fling a
It
pancake.
might be too
Yeah,
far.
I'm ready to receive.
I'll try it. Yeah, let's try one.
Well, give me my plate back. All right.
Oh, wait, I got 2.
For fuck's sake.
We got a couple.
Here we go.
Gonna use this 100% eat.
Do you want that floor plate?
I'll take the floor
100%
plate.
eat,
Spatula.
spatula.
Oh, do we sell that?
Okay, you ready?
Here we go.
One
I'm
of
gonna
us
go
will
for
get it.
Andrew first because I think I can maybe do
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right,
Here we go.
Barb. I don't know, Barb. I don't know.
You might be surprised.
I think that counts.
It's staying there for the rest of the cast. Do not move it. Do not move it.
Oh,
That is
perfect.
Oh.
There it goes.
It slices,
decent,
it
yeah.
dices, it holds a pancake while you cast.
It's the microphone pancake.
I could have caught that on my plate, but I just refused. I just refused to do anything about what was happening.
I
I
was-
just assumed you would have it.
I touched it. I made contact. You also have just a little piece
In your beard.
That'll happen.
You had a
Yeah,
little
oh, yeah.
wild beard going on.
That microphone's gonna smell delicious.
Yeasty.
Ooh, are you doing some chocolate chip?
I'm doing some chocolate chip pancakes to
Heck
differentiate
yeah.
us on this side.
Yeah, I'll get
Andrew,
some
would
of
you
them
like some fruits of any sort or anything over here?
You know what? This is a wildly raw pancake.
That is a biscuit, because we have 3 different types. So those
Well, Hector wasn't going to launch a good one.
Like
right,
the,
exactly. You
the
don't wanna
proper
waste
one.
a-
I was going to launch a hot one.
it wasn't a shake and pour. It was the biscuit box that you
Yes.
did there.
And we have some other ones as well.
Oh, look at the brown on the back of that.
I've learned a little bit over the 10 years we've been making pancakes.
Ooh.
Do you make
I'll
pancakes
take
at
one
home?
I'll take
Never.
one of those.
I make pancakes once a year.
So you've made pancakes 9 times.
Not even because Bernie did a bunch of them.
Thank you.
I think I've made pancakes 4 times. And this might be the 4th time. That's why the
So-
first time y'all made fun of me. You're like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. I've never done this.
Yeah, you wait for the bubbles on that side, and then it's perfect to go. Perfect to flip. Look at that. Look at those.
Look at that.
Look at those cartoon-ass
Oh
looking
man!
pancakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. Look at the gradient.
I know.
Unbelievable.
But then one year, I think our hot plate didn't heat up right. Like one of the elements was messed up in it, and it was not. It was like hot on one side and cold on the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
They did not cook very well.
We've been through a lot. We've learned a lot over the last 10 years together. What year is this? This is 20.
This is 2023.
23. Are we coming up on 18 years of podcasts this December? I mean, we just passed 17 years of podcasts then.
I guess
Didn't
when
you
did
do podcasts in 08?
06.
Oh, six.
No, 07. 07? 08. Fuck, when did we start this podcast?
I think it was 08.
08?
Oh, wait.
Did
No,
you
'cause we
record the first one in 08?
we did, I think it was December 07.
Text the number at the bottom of your screen.
No. It was December 08.
That's
right.
what I said.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I got there.
And then
So we're just past 14 years.
because headlight fluid was in 2009.
December 9, 2008.
There you go.
And now look at that. Look at that.
Oh, it
look
looks
at that
like a
slow
sunset.
fade.
Oh. It's like the start of the Yellow trailer.
Yeah, start the Lawrence of Arabia music. Can you get that needle drop?
When the pancakes at the bottom of the screen just start fading out as if the sun went down.
Yeah.
And now time for everyone's favorite portion of the show: eating sounds on microphone.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. Hell yeah.
Here's some. Here,
Start of the Yellow trailer. The true
anyone
ones
else want a
know.
chip pancake?
Yes, please.
I do.
Do you want one of these, Andrew?
Make one for yourself first. You need to
No,
eat.
no, no,
and
you
then
guys gotta
I'll
get
take
'em.
it.
I'm gonna take that big old guy.
You got it. You want this little guy here, Andrew?
I'll take a little guy.
A little guy. Just a little
Here,
guy.
take this one. Problem solved.
Oh yeah, there we go.
This is perfect. I'm so glad we're recording this in the morning too,
Oh yeah, it's a rare morning podcast.
because every time we do Pancake podcast, it's like the end of the day before dinner. So I'm hungry, but it's like, pancakes, good breakfast food. So it's like the perfect thing for this morning.
Give me some of those strawberries. I'll throw some strawberries in this one.
Wait, you cook the pancake with the strawberries in it?
Sure, why not?
Interesting approach,
Again-
but I'd try it.
I have not done this very often. We're gonna learn. We're gonna try something. We're gonna go for it.
Interesting.
There might be a mistake. Mistakes might be made.
In
There's
3
a-
years, you'll have the experience of someone who spent a week cooking pancakes.
I'm sure a lot of people who have come to Austin for RTX know about it, but there's a crepe place right near the convention center that is so delicious.
What's it called?
That's a great.
Is it a pun? Is it like
I think it's something
holy
with the
crepe
word.
or
It's something with the word crepe. I think. Holy crepe.
Piece of crepe?
But it's delicious. They
It's
make a ton of different
Right by the convention center?
right by it. Do you not know about it, Gus?
No.
would you pass me the syrup?
I've spent some time at the convention center. Is it?
Just
What
a-
side is it
just
on?
A couple. It's on like second and something or third. It's so close.
Keep going.
All that is
I'll
to
find
say,
it. I promise.
get yourself okay. All right, now it's time to get real. It's time to stop beating around the bush. Pancakes or waffles? Let's really talk. Let's talk turkey here.
I think I like waffles more. Of
course you do.
I'm gonna go with waffles.
Of course you do.
A lot more crispiness to them.
Yeah.
There's a crisp aspect to
I
it.
think
There's a
I'm the same.
crispiness. There is syrup receptacles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Le Cafe Crepe, by the way, is what it's
Le
called.
Café Crepe.
Terrible pun.
It's on San Jacinto. San Jacinto and Second.
Huh.
So it's like very close. That's like a block away from the convention
Yeah.
center.
Do you think we'll ever make crepes like we're supposed to be doing?
No.
Okay.
Never.
I can't even do pancakes yet. I'm still learning pancakes. I can't get to crepes yet.
Crepes are easier, I think.
Are they?
Well, they're just really thin and cook real quick.
I'm
Fold
a
'em up.
I'm a little concerned.
I think that makes
bit
it
of lemon.
complicated.
Our rice cooker doesn't. It just says warm now. It's not cooking. It refuses to cook anymore.
Oh.
We'll see how it goes. It's an experiment. I've seen pictures of those online. They look really good. So why is it crepes? Did you all? I'm sorry. I know it's been 10 years. We probably go over this all the time.
Every time.
Are
probably.
crepes the same thing as pancakes in the UK?
No, because we do have these pancakes too. In like a, you can buy them to like toast them and stuff.
Toast?
I had
But yeah, I
an
think
amazingly
Pancake Day is
good pancake
crepes.
when I was in London.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
What was the format? Was it like these?
It was yeah. I mean, like, and they're like half an inch thick. They were like, bullet-stoppingly good pancakes. Like they were super thick and super delicious. Yeah, it was just like a little breakfast place. I think near like walking distance from where RTX was years ago. Or I guess it wouldn't be. Well, RTX London.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic. One of the best.
Oh.
So
Some
they've
of
got
it was
them.
food.
They're there.
They're
Yeah.
hiding.
They're hiding.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. We're having Tyler come check in
keeps,
on the rice cooker.
This is Mike's. This isn't mine.
It's still going. Actually.
It'll probably take some time.
Is that full of water?
What? No, remember all that shit I was mixing before? It's
Oh.
full of that.
Oh, just a loose in there.
Gavin just woke up.
I just saw something splash.
Remember when I was mixing stuff and I said I'm going to make a rice cooker pancake with this?
Yeah.
It's that stuff.
I didn't know you put it in yet.
Yeah, I said. Then you asked if I was enough vamping.
It
We
is-
literally had a conversation when it happened, dude.
Gavin literally just woke up. He
Guy-
showed up to the podcast with lines from his sleep mask still on his face.
About halfway
true.
through the show, we'll all get object permanence again. We'll all start understanding basic concepts and oh man, those are God. How do you get them so?
10
golden?
years of training.
Yeah.
I've made pancakes 4 times.
Pancakes.
I like that if we wanted to, we could find out how many pancakes you've made.
Yeah, every pancake I've ever made on life has been on camera.
Really? You never made them at home?
No, never.
Wow. Also, I think waffles.
So-
I
Yeah,
didn't answer your question.
yes, absolutely. And that's it. I'm not besmirching pancake breakfast. It's delicious. Everyone, pancakes.
Trevor, pancakes or waffles? There's a mic over there.
I think I'm going to have to go with waffles too.
That's such a complex and delicate conversation to have. I think right now I have to go with pancakes.
Good answer.
I like that you're
'Cause they're right in front
you're
of me.
perving at us, but in the camera, you're sort of like your head is out of the frame.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you can't see me. I'm creepy.
There you
There
go.
it goes.
there he is.
It's the one on the jib.
Huh?
The jib.
Jib.
Jim, yeah.
Phone was?
Yeah.
Yeah, the good thing about pancakes, though, I feel like there's more versatility with flavors. Like, you could have, like, buttermilk pancakes. You could have, like, the
But can't you
pumpkin
do the
spice.
same for waffles?
You could, but people don't typically make that,
It's
right?
like you either get standard waffle or Belgian waffle.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want a thin waffle or a thick waffle?
I had a waffle one time. There was a place in Austin. Maybe it's still there. This was years ago, but they would do like a waffle brunch, and they would crumble and crush up cinnamon toast crunch and put that in the waffle batter. Mwah!
Sounds
Sounds
amazing.
so it's like a
was-
little crunchy?
It's a little crunch. It's a little crunchy on top of it being crispy, which the waffle is.
Dude.
Get
That
out
sounds
of town.
incredible.
Yeah, it's really good. Way to level up a waffle game for sure.
The Achievement Hunt. So
Right.
Andrew has stepped in this morning for the first time in probably a while.
It's been a while. It's been a minute. Yeah.
We had to show him around. He has not seen. He probably doesn't know Achievement Hunter's right on the other side of that wall, and that's what the screaming
Yeah.
is.
That's what the screams are.
Because
That's
of their office flooding, which I'm sure you know about.
Oh, I do. Yes.
So they're kind of in another temporary space, which happens to be right outside here.
That's why every person who's come to get waffles has been an Achievement Hunter.
That's right.
I don't know who's come by, Hector. I saw Kai. I saw Trevor. Sarah.
Trevor.
Sarah.
Quentin from Facilities just came by.
Cool.
Let's see, who else?
Everyone who's come over has been lifted by their nose, by their nostrils, by some aroma. It's just
Yeah.
like carried
How
them.
often do you make pancakes, Hector?
My wife loves pancakes, so like maybe once every, because we do a lot of breakfast tacos at home.
Uh-huh.
So maybe every once a 2 months, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna make pancakes instead, like a full, like you'd go to Kirby Lane or something, like sausage, pancakes, like biscuits, all that
Wow.
kind of stuff.
So that's the true pancake master over there. That's why he's got the whole battle station.
The whole
set up.
Yeah.
bang.
Look at that. The Megillah. Look at that. It's incredible.
I like how the pancake he threw is still on Gavin's microphone. Just
Oh yeah.
It'll be there the whole time, right?
If I get
It's
hungry
a
later.
that's a load-bearing pancake now. No, the speaking of Kirby Lane, they have one of my favorite pancakes, which is their cinnamon swirl pancake. They do like a
Cooked strawberry pancake.
a cooked strawberry pancake. You know what?
Pass those down.
Yeah, they do like a cinnamon swirl like in the batter, like as it's cooking. I don't know how they do it, but it's absolutely delicious. Here, I'm just gonna
Go for it.
I'm gonna fork one.
We wanted, so you're talking about like all these different kinds of pancakes and different kinds of waffles. We wanted to try to branch out this year and do different pancakes. That's why like we have the rice cooker pancake, and we also
Do you have any chalky chips?
Chalky chips right in there.
what? You want some?
Oh, yeah.
We also wanted to do some savory pancakes, so we wanted to find some like savory Korean pancakes.
Yeah.
To bring, but we couldn't find them this morning, so we were unable to procure those.
I still remember a few years ago, you guys made like the spiciest pancake ever.
Yeah.
And Eric came and like ate the entire thing.
Oh, is that when he said, I'll see you in hell and took a big chunk?
Yep. And I think he said his night in the bathroom was not very fun.
And then COVID
Night
happened.
in the bath. Put a pillow next to the commode and hunkered down for the night.
Hunker down for the evening.
Slept in the tub. That's a rough night.
Speaking of sleeping in the tub, did you lose power during the freeze the other week, Andrew?
You goddamn right I did.
Oh, hell
like
yeah.
a true Austinite.
Like a true Austinite, yeah.
The true Austin experience.
But because of the ice storm 2 years ago, I had a backup battery. Speaking of waffles, and that's what I used the backup battery for. I cooked waffles with it. I plugged it in my waffle maker and made waffles.
Dude, those big batteries are so cool because you could. Some of them would like handle like 2,000 watts, so you can power pretty much anything.
Yeah. Mine.
crazy.
I mean, because it was off. The backup battery was meant to basically power anything I would like need for a day, but I had power out for like
Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah.
You had to ration it then.
I had to ration it.
Yeah, I was trying to. I was talking with Eric the other day. I was like, "Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I only lost power for a day." He's like, "A day? Like you're rationalizing. You're trying to make yourself feel better by saying you only lost power for a day in the year 2023."
Right, exactly.
Right.
Not like it's a massive and unacceptable fuck up on the part of like civic infrastructure. Yeah.
Why are all the power lines up in the air?
So supposedly would be incredibly expensive to.
Because it's
Trench
limestone.
them.
I think
Yeah.
there's
We have
like,
limestone bedrock, which is unbelievably hard to dig into.
aren't there
and
some newer neighborhoods where the power lines are underground?
I think Mueller has them underground.
Maybe, yeah.
I think you have to go back and retrofit the existing
Do it.
infrastructure.
That would be cheaper than constantly.
Gavin, you've done this in Factorio. You know you have to tear everything down and rebuild it all.
It's worth it.
It's worth it in the long run, but then we're all going to not have power while it's getting rebuilt.
Do you know the worst thing is in Factorio? It's when you're thinking, yeah, I'm going to go renewable. I'm going to put solar panels everywhere. It is a pain in the penis to power solar panels. You have to leave like the right gap. They're a pain to get around.
And then you have to build enough batteries to store it through the night.
Yep.
I will say, Gus, strawberry pancake slaps.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
This
Like
goes pretty hard.
The
This
strawberry
is-
kind of seeps into the rest of the pancake.
Good.
batter. It's really good.
This is inverse of what I just had, which was a chocolate chip with strawberry on top.
I'm gonna have plastic fork shards in my pancake.
Oh.
I just cracked it.
Oh, jeez. We also have I think a whole new group of people coming to get some pancakes.
Oh my god.
Yo.
Oh, there's pancake cam. Oh, it's like
Pancake
picture in
cam.
picture. Pancake in picture. I didn't even see that. Hey, folks.
Who we got there? I
I
can't,
can't see. It's so small. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I got a nice group.
Oh, there's Mason. Hi, Mason. Mason is our editor for STF. Cranking
You
out
have your own editor?
all the fun vids. Kicking ass.
I think he's not necessarily now. Like, there's been a lot of restructuring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He does a lot of the edits for
Has
STF.
in the past done the vast majority. I'm just trying to address Gavin because of his quip there.
Yeah. Shared resources now around the company.
Yes.
But-
Sure.
Killing it. So if you ever see funny videos from us, Mason did them.
If you ever see funny videos,
There was
Once in a while, we crank one out.
there was that. There was that. Which one was it? It was I think it was the wine taste test video. Where I was like very iffy. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna be a good video. Like, we filmed all this stuff. I don't know how it's gonna cut together.
Yeah.
And Mason fucking killed it on that edit.
There was
So,
a lot
big
of
shout out.
footage to get through.
It's a lot of videos are like that. Where you're like, man, I don't know what the fuck were we doing. This is gonna be garbage. There's not gonna be anything usable out of this.
Or just like we filmed something and it's like, well, I hope that turns out to be okay.
Uh-oh.
The banana, you shoved all the bananas in the center of that pancake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
the
made a
bottom, the
mound.
bottom of that pancake isn't going to cook because none of it's touching the fucking
This
laptop.
pancake's gonna have issues. I'm sorry. I'm trying to beat it down.
You know what? I'll have that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna bet on that pancake.
Oh, these are kind of fucked up too.
I guess that's the downside to cooking the fruit in the pancake.
They all can't be winners.
Just
You should
Yeah, editorial a lot of times comes through and saves it. Like a lot of times
Yeah.
the funny comes out in the edit.
Oh man,
Definitely.
yeah, it's a team lift. And
What's up, Fredo?
what's up?
look
Oh
at him.
man,
He's looking me in the eyes
He
as
just-
he puts in his
Alfredo,
panty.
did you just shotgun a pancake?
He's putting a pancake
Oh,
in his
he's-
mouth and
he's
drinking
drinking it-
water into the
He's
pancake.
eating it like a pill. Chew, Frady. You got to. Oh.
Oh god,
You're gonna make Gavin gag.
Next time, just take a little bit of the shake and pour Bisquick, put it in your mouth, and then put the water in.
He's got.
That look that turns to the camera.
fucking vile, just absolutely vile.
You turned it back into the pancake mix. You reversed that pancake.
Oh,
back
this is a
into-
deconstructed pancake.
Yeah,
You liked
back,
it?
back in its raw form.
Was I with you, Gus, when we were at? I don't know if it was somewhere like Casino or somewhere similar, where a rat ran across the top of some
it was
shelves.
jackalope.
Oh, it's jackalope.
We were sitting in the jackalope, like, you can order food at the window in the back, and we're ordering food, and the person at the pass is facing us, taking our order, and behind him is like all the stocks of the food and everything, and a rat just ran across all the food on top
Hell yeah.
that he had there. I was like,
and it made like a little leap from one shelf to a shelf lower down
course.
into like, I assume it was like a box of napkins or something, where it sort of like caved in the middle. Of
course.
But it was such a big rat that it went like, it like landed and it just carried on running. And I just looked, I assume at you, and I just went,
yeah, we just like locked eyes. I still
we
ordered
were,
food.
we were in too deep. Yeah, I think we just went like,
We're already here.
Already here. Like, well, that one was on its way back to the chef's head.
Whether we, and I think what my rationale was, whether we saw it or not, the rats are already there.
They're there. Yeah, exactly.
It's like
100%.
we saw it. It doesn't mean there wasn't a rat every other time
Right.
we've gone and ordered something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh my gosh, that's the first one. This has
live
never
amongst
happened. Yeah.
that was one of my first times in Austin. I just remember thinking like maybe the food standards are a bit lower here.
That happened. That has, a very similar thing happened to me one time at Opal Divines. That you on or West 7th. Do you remember what is now? I don't know what it is now.
Yeah.
This was years. This was like over a decade ago.
It's like 7th and West. No.
They turned it into Metal and Lace, that
That's
like
right.
steampunk bar. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's still that, because God, I would never be caught dead anywhere near there. But anyway, I was in Opal Divines, which used to serve food and like it's like pub food, and was there with some friends, ordered food, like literally like food set down at table, and a rat fell from the rafters and like hit the floor and then like scurried scurried under a table and like disappeared. And it really was just like, well,
Yeah.
like, what are you
gonna
gonna
do?
do? What are you gonna do? This is like,
They're everywhere, right?
I think nowadays I would have not ordered food.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, yeah, well, I think nowadays I wouldn't have ordered food there in the first place. Like I wouldn't have been in that position.
you get to get the front of the line. What can I get you? Bottled water, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you have that's
Anything
sealed?
prepackaged.
Yeah.
I have a rat allergy.
Yeah.
Can you have something from the rat-free kitchen?
Yeah. Was that cheese? Packaged cheese and crackers? Those little, yeah.
And you know that if there's one rat running around in the middle of the day at lunchtime, there's got to be like 20 of them at night.
Oh my god!
there's
Oh
gonna
man,
be
yeah,
so
they're
many.
having a fucking conga line.
Every time I hear about rats being in places or like showing up in places, I always picture the scenes from Ratatouille of like they have an entire restaurant above a restaurant that they're all eating at and like accidentally slip out. I'm like,
Ratatouille?
Ratatouille?
Yeah, you just said it like a
Ratatouille.
total weirdo.
What did I say?
I thought she said it right.
Did
she say it weird?
Can we get an instant replay?
Yeah.
Do we have that?
Now I can't ever think about Ratatouille. I only think of Raccacoonie all the time. Because
Raccacoonie.
everything everywhere all at once ruined that for me.
Dude, I love that movie.
I just rewatched it last week. I thought it was even better on a second viewing than it was.
Was it?
I loved it the first time, but then watching it again the second time, I was like, oh, this is incredible.
There are movies I love that I've only ever seen once. It's Parasite. I only ever watched once in theaters, which I want to
I've
see
seen it
again.
so many times.
Which I know it's your favorite. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Which have you guys seen that?
That was incredible. It was so good.
If anyone hasn't seen it, I will watch it with you, just to watch you watch it.
I haven't seen it.
It's the most precious movie in the entire world.
And it's only like 85 minutes.
It's not long. It's
Ooh.
very digestible.
Brisk.
But it's like
He's had some trouble.
it's so such a beautiful movie, but also so meaningful in like the messaging behind it too. You'll have to see.
Yeah, like I feel like it's a cliche thing you hear all the time, but it's like this movie has a lot of heart. It's like no, that movie really does.
It really does.
All the others were lying. They're a fucking bunch of poseurs. This one actually has heart.
Look at these. Oh, you can't have blueberry.
Can't have blueberry. Ugh.
Oh, do you want the Nana?
Actually, you know what? I've had 3 pancakes. I'm sated.
You're good for
I
now?
feel good. I feel good
Gus,
for now.
would you like a
I might go
blueberry
back in for.
pancake?
I might go back in for another one a little bit.
How would
later.
you rate your pancakes that you've had, all 3?
Delicious. First one was
That was the chocolate chip one.
no, the first one Hector made, and it was edible. And
It was. I think you just made it quickly
It was
so
like-
you could throw it.
It was
right?
Bisquick. It's cool.
yeah, exactly. It was a tossing pancake. It was a sports pancake, and I think I like the strawberry one the best.
Strawberry
Strawberry one was really
pretty
good. I was gonna ask because pancakes really do feel like the meal of the people. It's like the breakfast of the people. It feels very like
It's true.
heartland. Feels very like
very
salt of the earth meal. So I was gonna ask you all the opposite. What is the most pretentious meal you've ever eaten?
Oh, that we've ever eaten or that
you-
exists?
That you've ever eaten? That you were like, and I mean like, because I've had a couple where I was like, this is a joke, right? Like
Probably it's anything with foam on it.
Oh
And-
god.
Like deliberate foam.
deliberate foam.
Yeah. Where they had to foam something to put it on there.
That's the title of the episode. Deliberate foam. Mark it down.
Have you seen the menu?
Yes.
Yes.
I've eaten at some.
At that restaurant? Wow.
No.
He lived.
I've
Rip.
eaten at a Michelin star restaurant before. That's very much like that, where it's a 20-course meal, and it's like you're telling a story through the food, and it's like, oh, every course is 1 bite or 2 bites, and it's like, oh, this is, and they're like even though it's like 1 or 2 bites, has like a 3-paragraph explanation of what you're about to eat. It's like shit like that. It's
Yeah.
like,
Is every bite
yeah,
just
yeah.
phenomenal though?
yeah, every bite's phenomenal. It's like this is
Yeah.
incredible. This is the best meal I've ever had.
Oh,
but
see, I had
I'm
the
reading way
opposite.
too much.
Yeah, I like stuff where it's like 1 bite, but if you tried to cook and prepare just that 1 bite, you'd have to spend like $70 of ingredients just to get that single flavor.
Right, exactly. And dirty every dish I own. It's like,
You're whipping out like the chef's blowtorch and everything.
yeah, exactly. Little creme brulee torch. Yeah, I like.
Did you have an experience with a?
I feel like I've eaten at a couple places. Like one of them here in town where I don't even know if it's still open, and I'm not gonna blow up their spot, but it was one of those places that was like, I think this bite is like $20. Like this is like a $20 bite. I was like, yeah, it's good, but also I feel like I'm getting punked. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not.
And I feel like I'm always like too low class and scummy to appreciate it, to the point where I know it's a $20 bite and I'm trying to get $20 worth of enjoyment from the bite, but all I'm doing is like chewing it kind of weird and ruining the experience for myself.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
just like,
let me get some extra tones, and then I'm just like,
It's like maybe I should just eat this like a normal human being. Yeah, there was a dinner I once went to with a friend of mine. He like booked this like special room in this restaurant and did like the chef's, I guess, menu, whatever it was called, like where they like specially prepare all these different courses.
yes.
None of it was good. It was like it was like, here's these beets prepared with this thing in this certain way, and it was like, 3 bites of this thing, and I'm
none
like,
of it was good.
none of it was good. And I didn't know how to tell him. I'm just like, I really appreciate you booking this. Like, And it was like,
Did you get it down at least?
yeah, kind of mostly. But I don't know. It was, I was just kind of shocked that this was like anybody would enjoy it kind
Right.
of thing.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
Deliberately choose it.
Similar to that, one time I was in Manhattan for one of my wedding anniversaries with my wife, and we were like,
With my wedding anniversary with some person.
With
I don't know.
my wife. Some lady.
We were like trying to find a place to eat, and it was like, oh, there's like this Japanese izakaya that's like around the corner from where we're staying. And I was like looking on like Open Table or something where you can book yourself, and it's like, it says that this table, the only table they have left is chef's table. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. And like we book it, we walk over like a couple blocks down and get there. And like, hey, we're here, reservation for Sorola. Like, oh, you booked the chef's table. Like, yeah, okay, right this way. And they like lead us essentially into the kitchen.
Yep.
And there's like
God.
a small table this wide as the coffee table we have here, between us and the chef. And he's like, oh, welcome. I'm just going to make you whatever we have. And that'll be your dinner for tonight. It's like, cool. And he started preparing, like at first it was like, oh wow, like these skewers is all really delicious. And then like he hands me one, it's like, this is a skewer filled with chicken hearts. And it was just like
God.
4 chicken hearts on a skewer. And I was like, okay.
And you can't not
Right,
eat it
'cause
in
he's-
front of him because the chef who made it is right there.
He's as far away between me and Gavin, like staring at each other.
He's gonna airplane it to you. Here it comes.
And then he handed us another one. It was like, this is a skewer filled with chicken livers.
This guy just had some offal lying around from his main.
Yeah. If I was that chef, I would definitely, if people sat at the chef's table, I would punk them so hard. I'd be like, here is this dish of chicken liver mixed with zucchini and bread
And some Tic Tacs I found in my pocket.
and some
They're-
uncooked pancake
and
mix.
ground
Cinnamon.
beaks.
Enjoy.
Yeah, I've done a few like omakase, just eat what comes out things, but it's always such a huge risk because I really hate uni. Like I hate
Oh,
urchin.
uni's so good though.
I hate it so much it makes me gag. I hate the texture, I hate the flavor, and whenever like the chef is putting it in front of you and it's one single bite, and they can tell if you didn't eat it or not, I'm just like. I just
Swallow
force
it
you down to the
whole.
point where I don't even want to do those
That's me
meals.
with mackerel. Because mackerel
Oh,
is like the
it's
fishiest
stinky.
fish.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like that is a capital F fish taste.
Hence the saying, holy mackerel.
Holy mackerel.
Hence the saying.
I felt like I had a big mental block about uni for a long time because it's like it's kind of gross if you think about it, and the texture's disgusting. But it's like once you get over that mental hurdle, it's like, oh my god, this is like the food of the gods. This
Yeah,
is
but it tastes-
so delicious.
But it tastes like dog shit.
No, it doesn't. it looks like sick dog shit, but it tastes amazing.
I just love Gavin. Like counterpoint, it tastes like dog shit.
So bad, I hate
What
it.
is uni? Why don't I know what this is?
It's eel.
No, it's
Or isn't it?
sea urchin gonads.
Oh right,
It's
the
gonads?
The gonads. Yes.
It's like orange. It looks almost like a
Wow.
like a paste.
It looks like orange paste.
Yeah, it's the sex organ that produces roe, sometimes referred to as the gonads or corals. Wow, and you eat that.
It's so good.
I'll be honest, I didn't know it was those sexual organs.
Does that make
thought
it
it was-
better or worse?
Well, now I'm not eating it ever again.
Is that it?
Come on.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it just feels like
it's like so buttery and
It looks like
smooth.
it looks
Oh.
like it would taste like you're eating a tongue.
no, it's just so much
Lengua.
softer. It's got no. It's
I
got
love
no.
tongue. Tongue is delicious.
Yeah, I'm
tongue,
down.
tongue is one of the
Let's
most.
get some.
There's like
Yeah.
no resistance to uni.
Oh, I would eat that then.
It's delicious. It's really good.
I trust Gus. I also like pretty much all food except at this one restaurant I went to where they made
Were
all the-
they? I guess they think we're punking me.
I think it's because like I expected something fantastic and delicious and amazing, and everything was just like this tastes like you pick something up at the grocery store and just like put it on a plate. Like it was not.
Nothing.
Well, they probably
It
probably
it-
did.
isn't that
but
what most people do when they cook.
Well, I mean, like it felt like it wasn't like there was nothing special about it. Like they
Interesting.
just put raw ingredients on a
Sure.
plate, and they're like, "Here you go,"
and then charge
that'll
you
be
like
$200.
$900. Yeah, exactly. That's like
Can I get some more paper towels?
this is I'm glad I've veered the podcast into relatable territory, talking about the like super fancy meals as we're eating like
Yeah, but it's all of us
and stuff.
losers trying to get by and eating it without,
Yeah, that was the one time I had a meal like that,
Yeah, I feel like
and it was awful.
it's because it's always like I feel like when I've had meals like that, it's been like a special occasion, and so there's like a little pressure for it to be like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is
Yeah.
life changing. This is like so amazing.
It's like the
It's
New Year's Eve of meals.
The New Year, exactly. And does it often live up to the hype? Not usually.
No.
But because like I it's run the gamut. Like I've had experiences of that where like truly like, oh my gosh, this is one of the best things I've ever tasted in my life. And then ones that I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm paying like this.
I still remember the single best meal of my life, and it was actually with you, Gus.
Ooh, was it?
It was PAX East 2010, I believe. This was when I was still just a fan, and I came to Boston to help volunteer at the booth for Rooster Teeth.
Fucking Boston kid.
For Boston. And it was either 2010 or 2011. But we were packing up the booth, and it was Sunday, and Gus was like, we're going to go, I think it was like to Morton's or something.
Yeah.
Steakhouse. Because, like, that's the way that, to celebrate the end of something and,
Yeah.
like, where not a lot of, like, attendees might happen to be. So it was, like, a little more quiet and, like, chill.
It was
And
a reward for us for doing all the work.
Exactly.
And staying
a very
and doing
long few
everything.
days. And so he's like, you want to come? And I was like, okay. So me, Gus, and Jack went to, I think it was Morton's. And I had, like, my first ever really fancy steak and like all the side dishes that come with it, and I'm just like, this is the greatest meal of all time.
So decadent.
Yeah. After especially like working a booth at PAX, it is
Well, especially 'cause when you're there, it's like you're just eating like
pizza
snacks or whatever you can grab.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so eating over trash cans, like
Right.
Yeah.
quickly cook. Oh God,
half-cooked hot dog.
that's right. The camera keeps cutting between me and Barb, but we look identical.
I brought this hat to wear today, and I looked at Andrew because I saw him in the kitchen. I was like,
oh boy,
one of us is
problem.
going to have to change.
Okay,
and so
I'll
I
take mine.
kept it off. Oh,
Uh-oh. Line it up.
we are one.
We're drifting. Now you all can operate a Jaeger together.
That's right, exactly. It's for the Pacific Rim heads out there. One of the best meals I think one of the best things I've ever tasted was also, speaking of, at RTX London at Dishoom. They have
Was that the Indian place?
yes.
Ooh.
They have a
Were you with Jessica Vasami?
yes.
Because she will never shut up about that place.
Understandably, because it's
Apparently,
great.
now someone's backing her up.
There was a sorry to the vegetarians out there. They have a lamb chop that is maybe the best thing I've ever tasted.
Wow.
It is
I gotta go.
unbelievably good. Like I got one, took one bite, and went. Everyone at this table has to get one of these. Like,
Another round.
Another round of these chops. Incredible. One of the best things.
Congratulations to everyone involved in making this.
Yes.
You all did it.
You all did it. Round of applause.
If anyone wants a disgusting looking chocolate chip pancake,
I think I'm full.
these just came out.
I'm pretty stuffed.
yeah, I'm pretty full.
These are for
I
me.
like
These are for
I
me.
say that, but I will eat it.
again, brown on top, and then just like completely smashed and uncooked on the bottom.
It was great on the other side.
Look at that! Ooh, yeah. Look
I
at
feel
that.
like,
Look at a close up on that bad boy.
That's
could
10
totally
years of
still eat it.
experience right there.
Yeah.
It smells
The
good.
first ones have a lot more effort put into them.
Yeah.
Then as the time goes on, the grill starts getting dirty, and I just start
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
God,
a
damn.
lot faster with it.
What's the status on this one?
It's like looks like a gas station taco.
I was going to
Gotta
say
be a-
something way worse.
Another 10
I
minutes
mean,
or so.
yeah.
Nice.
well,
Looks like the floor of a gas station bathroom. Yeah.
Hey, can we get a check on the
Rice cooker cam?
pancake?
It's coming along great. I just checked it. We got maybe about another 10 minutes or so.
Oh, fantastic! Just as long the exact amount of time a pancake should take.
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
I do
yeah.
have a question about something, which I don't understand. Maple syrup, or any syrup,
Sure.
been around for a long time. Classic topping of pancakes and waffles. Why have we not mastered the container or spout for administering the
You talking
syrup?
about how every bottle is really sticky?
Just like you can't pour it without it coming out and spilling over the lid or down the side of it.
I
Like
think it's the thickness and the viscosity of the syrup. Just makes it difficult.
there's just I've never had one where the stickiness doesn't get everywhere.
Here's what you need.
What do you need?
Do you want it?
Are you eating that pancake?
No.
You know those...
Because it's so thick and is it the stickiness? Like it wants to adhere to whatever lip comes out.
Yeah, I just
Sure.
there should
And
be a
it's-
technology that has.
I think it's the stuff in bars where they push the shot glass against the bottle
Yeah.
and it dispenses.
Sure. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't touch any of the...
Or you can have like a Teflon coated tip of the container so that it just slides right off.
Like hydrophobic.
Yeah, it's like and then you get like PBFAs or whatever.
And then you
yeah,
have
then you get
forever
like
chemicals.
forever chemicals in your pancake. Yeah, I think I agree because like see that maple syrup bottle right there, classic maple syrup bottle shape. We need to stop being complete adherents to tradition.
Also-
and
Absolutely.
like,
What's up with that stupid little handle?
what's up with that
Yeah, is that
little?
for a key ring?
I want to say that's just like
This is stupid.
I think it's just for aesthetic.
Don't make this.
What am I'm carrying it on a lanyard. Like
Hey,
This is unnecessary.
that's what Canadians do. We carry our maple syrup on lanyards.
Yeah,
right.
do they hang it off a...
TJ.
What is that for?
I think it's to like
put around a Saint Bernard's neck so it
I
can
don't know.
bring you.
probably there's a lot of purposes that make more sense than what it's actually for, which I think maybe it's just a classic look of maple syrup bottles for
think
like
you're
pouring it.
110 calories per serving, 12 servings. It's actually not as much as I thought.
Well, is it? I mean, what
Oh,
is this actual syrup?
And now you're sticking
it is.
forever.
Organic maple syrup.
Mhm.
Okay. I thought it would be like sugar water or something.
I mean, it
Right.
does look a lot more liquidy than typical maple syrup. Maple
But-
syrup is usually a little thicker.
that's why I didn't think it was actual.
Well, because
Maple
there's like grades, right? There's like it's like
How pure?
how whatever it's like AAA plus graded maple syrup that's like looks like molasses. It's like super dark and
You gotta dip your finger in it and rub it on your gums.
right. Yeah, looks like used motor oil. It's just like, oh my god.
Now you're speaking my language.
It's pure.
Anyone else think it was really, speaking of drugs,
And I was, yes.
anyone else think it was weird that there was a Breaking Bad themed Super Bowl commercial this year?
Could I talk about the Super Bowl commercials for a second?
Let's do
and
it.
how god awful every single one of them was.
Yeah, it was a lackluster year.
It-
What was
it's-
the Breaking Bad one?
They were making popcorners.
Pop chips.
It was for chips.
Yeah.
Pop chips.
And they're like Jesse and Walter making them in the RV and they take them out to Tuco and they're like, we're making 6 flavors. And he's like, 7, make 7, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what? Like they resurrected a show that's been off the air for 10 years for popcorners?
And,
was a good show.
and the reason that is, folks, is because ad people only watch prestige TV. They are so out of touch with the rest of America. It's like, certainly everyone will love this HBO show that's been off the air for 9 years. It's like, that's what people in Bumfuck Wyoming
and
are
I
watching.
think that kind of is to your point, Barbara. I felt like a lot of the commercials were just out of touch.
It's like, it was like there's a formula that they all went by where it's like, let's get these very recognizable celebrities
It was Celebrity Year.
to do something very strange or off or random or something like a little too on the nose of what they're known for, like the Breaking Bad commercial.
Yeah.
Or a fucking John Travolta singing Summer Nights, but for whatever
I couldn't even tell you what it was for. It was
I
T-Mobile.
forget what it was.
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile. Oh,
What?
with the guys from Scrubs. Like, it was just, let's just throw all these, like, references and celebrities into these things.
Well, I think a lot of people like to see original cast come back together.
Well-
I guess, and people think no matter what it's for.
Well, I will. Okay, how about this? I have the counterpoint that proves Barbara's point, which was Ben Affleck working out of Dunkin' Donuts.
Sure.
Remember that one? It was like he's like working the drive-through, and it's like, what is this? And then at the end, they have J-Lo come through, and it's like,
I don't know if I saw that one.
yeah. And then like he's like taking people's orders and giving it to them. It's like, what is this? I think Brian Garr had a tweet that was like, oh, we love it when celebrities cosplay as us, or
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
when they
weird.
imitate us, the pores.
They're just like us. I think the only one I think I enjoyed a little bit was, I think it was the Will Ferrell commercial.
Oh.
Was that for Netflix?
it was for GM electric vehicles.
Was it?
And Netflix. Like, we're putting GM electric vehicles in Netflix shows. Like, what is this commercial?
Maybe that wasn't the one I liked. There was only one of them where I was like, this is good.
But it was all Netflix shows, though.
But
Yeah.
yeah, from what I gather, like everyone at every ad agency was like, we're not trying to like make a point or say anything. It's just celebs. We're just getting celebs. We're gathering
was-
them for a thing.
Literally.
How about
it.
the absolute weirdest one, which was Squarespace? Thank you, Squarespace, longtime sponsor of the Rooster Teeth podcast, with their Adam Driver clones.
Oh,
That was just like,
that was just a fever dream.
I was like, what am I watching? Because like it's just Adam Driver saying, Squarespace is a website that can make websites. A website that can make websites. And then it was just Adam Drivers like expanding exponentially to like there's like
pretty
a
funny.
million Adam Drivers everywhere. It was like, wow, like
There-
what's happening?
I think there was one commercial which all of us collectively were just like, what the fuck is this? It was 2 men in a bar fighting over which beer was better. It was like Bud Light and
Oh.
Coors Light or something like
It was
that.
Miller Lite or Coors Light. This is
Something.
a Coors Light commercial. It's Miller's Light.
And they like kept talking about like, well, this one's cool and refreshing and blah, 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 blah. And like, well, this one's blah, 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 blah. And then they start fighting. And it's a commercial for Blue Moon.
Yeah. Then at then at the end, they're like, actually, this is a Blue Moon commercial. And they put
Yeah,
down a
and
Blue
that
Moon in
was
front of
it.
the camera, like,
Blue Moon, that famously chuggable beer that you definitely don't have just one of, because it's like the sweetest fucking. It's like drinking fucking candy.
Oh, really? I love Blue Moon.
I do too. Don't get me wrong. I
really
do too.
like Blue Moon.
I think Blue Moon's delicious.
But I'm not like smashing like 7
Oh,
Blue
no,
Moons.
definitely
Like,
not.
yeah,
It's not the same kind of beer as like a Miller Lite or a
right.
Coors
It's
Light.
not
Yeah.
exactly. It's
I
not
only ever have one beer when I go out. So Blue Moon is perfect.
exactly. It's
one
not
and
like
done beer.
It's not like Coors or Miller Lite where it's like you're gonna have 8 of them at a baseball game. It's like you have 8 Blue Moons at a fucking baseball game. They're gonna be carting you out of there.
Yep. There was the what's his Ben Stiller doing the Pepsi commercial about like acting really good, like
Yeah.
good acting.
That was a weird tagline. It was like, is Pepsi Zero really good, or am I just good at acting? Like, are you saying that your product's shit and you hired good actors
Right.
to convince us that it's good? Like,
Absolutely not thought through at all.
What's the message here? I'm confused.
Wait, isn't he making fun of his own acting?
No, it was Ben Stiller. There was one with Steve Martin, and there was one with
One other person.
I forgot who the other. There was another actor as well. Another like big name actor who I can't remember for some reason.
That's the thing is like they absolutely didn't learn their lesson from. Well, fortune favors the bold. They didn't learn their lesson from like people remember. In terms of, as long as I've been alive, like Super Bowl commercials get like remembered for their concepts, not who's in them.
Right.
Like
it being very clever or like so weird it's funny.
Yeah.
You know?
But like something that like bucks the trend of what's actually all the other commercials that kind of turn into white noise eventually. It's like, oh man, that was really like, that was weird, or that was like strange. That has like some kind of that gains some sort of cultural purchase.
Well, I think if you also how can I say, like if you treat it in a cinematic way, you can also have a lasting impression that way. Like this is a super dumb commercial that I've remembered for decades, which was like the Budweiser horses playing football. There's like a Super Bowl commercial from like 1990. It's like a frozen field and you see like their breath coming out, and it's like one of them kicks a field goal. It's like, this is incredibly stupid, but it was like shot so beautifully. I'm like, I'm going to remember this. I'm going to be talking about this on a podcast in 30 years.
Close.
I got memories of commercials where I don't even remember the product, but I just remember the commercial. There's one where it's like in a pub in England, and someone's like walking around with a tray of drinks, but everyone's legs has been spliced with like Irish dancers. So everyone's like walking
I've
around.
seen
with
that one.
Yeah.
It's like 20 years old. This was really. I remember it being like looks really good at the time. I was like, how they do that?
Oh my
It's a
god,
really
how did they
clever
do
one.
that?
I think this is done.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh wow, that looks good. It's like a whole cake.
Oh my, that's it.
It's filling pretty much the entire
Holy
rice cooker.
Can you use the rice
Wow.
cooker again afterwards?
No,
I guess
it's a
we'll
one
find
and done. Not only does it take 45
blue
minutes, it
moon of-
ruins your right.
Yeah.
It's the blue moon of pancakes.
It's the most expensive pancake
I'm gonna
ever.
have to stand up to try to extract this.
Oh wow!
I don't know if you also saw the I think it was the Tubi commercial where it looks like you're changing the channel or changing the app. And everyone, I was at like a small party for the Super Bowl. Everyone was just like, did someone touch the remote? Like, because it looked like someone changed what we were watching.
Oh my
It
god!
pulls up like a HUD and like
Yeah.
you're scrolling through different things.
Yeah.
I saw something on Twitter today. It was like a Reddit post from a woman who, when that commercial happened, by the way, this isn't funny. So let me preface it with that.
Yeah.
A woman saw it was that the Tubi commercial where it like simulates that like you're leaving the thing and opening the app, and her boyfriend like flipped out and started like screaming at her and like yelling, and she's like, "I didn't touch the TV. I didn't do anything." Like,
Did they break up immediately? Because I would have.
like he and like even when she was like realized that it was like he didn't believe her that she didn't do this, he like punched a hole in the drywall and like started flipping out. And then like of course when it was revealed, when he did realize that it was a commercial, like, oh, I'm really sorry, and she was like, the Reddit post was like, so I packed my shit and left.
Yes, please.
And like went to my parents' house, like, we're fucking through. Like that is like the biggest red flag I've ever.
Maybe that's why that commercial exists.
to really test like
At the end, it just says True Colors.
Yeah.
true.
If anybody freaked out over this commercial,
Yeah,
end
look
that
at
relationship.
Yeah, a real fucking bellwether for like if you're with a partner who like cannot manage their feelings whatsoever
or
Upside
missing
down?
a part of a game for 5 minutes.
for 5 seconds.
This was
Yeah,
the bottom, yeah.
Okay. What is it like the other way up? What's the better side?
That looks like
This is the better side. I can't. I'm gonna have to touch it if you want me to flip it.
that looks like flan.
that looks like flan. Yeah,
It only cooked for 40 minutes.
I'm gonna make this pancake's for you.
Whoa, we don't even
man,
get
you're
to
fucking sticking some candles in that bad boy.
It's a cake. It's a literal.
It is a full cake. If you're not watching the audio or the video podcast, you should come
Can we
over
get
to
a
the
piece?
Rooster Teeth
Just a little
channel to
piece?
check
Hold
it
on,
out
before
because
we
it's
cut into
worth
that, I want to
it.
get a picture of that
Okay.
thing. I'm gonna get a picture of that thing for you.
We're filming it.
I mean, but you know. I like how Gus smiled for the camera, but like that camera.
Wait, Gus, over
That's
here.
the thumbnail.
That's the thumbnail.
Pancake.
That really is.
Oh, it's
just
hard.
A cake.
On the,
Is it hard?
yeah.
That was the bottom. So
Oh,
Oh, it's got a crisp top bottom.
you got to show us that cross.
yeah, I'm curious to see how this.
The cross
Raw
section.
as hell on the inside.
Yeah.
It's like a chocolate lava cake, only it's batter. That just like
amazing.
Oh, is it muted?
How do you unmute it?
I like the industrial fan in the chef area.
Oh,
Right.
there we go. Am I good?
Testing.
Okay. That looks. It looks really good.
We now go to our man on the scene, Gus Sorola.
Look at the
who's
steam.
reporting on the cake.
We got. So we're down here. There's devastation everywhere. The rice cooker
Turn on
has
the fan.
produced an incredibly fluffy pancake. Put some syrup on that. Hector, you go first, man. You
All right.
take first dibs here.
That looks amazing. It
fork?
actually looks cooked
Yeah,
inside.
we got some right here. We got
fucking
everything
good.
right here.
Yeah.
I'm
Whoa.
not gonna lie. I'm super excited about this. I thought this was gonna be a disaster.
Dude, that looks legit.
If I may, this looks like it slaps.
There you go.
Yes.
Gavin, is there anything more cringy than hearing Gus use Gen Z?
No, I think it's
listen,
perfect.
Slang.
Yeah, it's
Gen
pretty
Z Gus.
cringy. No
Stay
cap.
No cap.
He's staying up to date.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
We're keeping him young.
I had to Google Gen Z slang the other day to start this bit.
The first sign you're up with the times.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and Google Gen.
I asked on Facebook in my Boomers Keeping Touch group.
Man. Oh, man.
Is it good?
I don't know
No,
why.
no,
I don't
no.
know why I don't just delete Facebook. I never check it. And the other day, I accidentally opened the app, and I was like, "Oh no, close! What the fuck am I?" That's the first sign I
hot,
just need
that's
to
really
delete.
good.
You see all your friends who are still using it? It's
Oh
like, wow.
yeah, and it was like, oh my god, it man, it really did. The way like MySpace turned into like a ringtone porno dungeon. like,
Yeah, I'll have a slice of that.
Cut off a corner.
Let me-
pass it around.
I'm gonna
Oh,
use
did
my,
you-
I'm gonna use my broken fork.
I got more forks in.
Oh, okay, well then take it around. I'll get last.
Hector, what you think?
That's good.
Really good.
Everyone cut off a little chunk.
Yeah, would you pass me a new fork?
I'll let you take your own because it's hard to take the ones that are upside down.
Yeah, they're prong side up.
And if anyone needs more plates, we have more plates too.
Oh, it's got sort of certain soggy look to it in the middle.
Not for you.
I don't know.
The plate?
It's got real
me
uni
guess.
vibes.
Look! The meter, the gauge to like show how much rice and water to put in is baked into the side of the pancake.
Oh my god, it's got the
little lines
impression.
that
It's
show
got the
you-
little measuring
It
lines.
says 03 on my pancake slice.
Like over there.
Wow.
How much water
so
and rice to
funny.
put in?
Okay. Oh, I don't know which part to take.
There's more plates if anybody wants them.
Oh, thank you.
That the rest is for you.
This is like,
It's also heavy as
oh my
fuck.
god.
Oddly
it's
dense.
dense.
This
That
is made of depleted uranium. This is
That is a dense boy.
Jesus Christ. Has anyone ever had a Dutch baby?
Here, give me that. Oh, I have. I just had one like a couple months ago.
What's with Dutch, baby?
I gotta be honest.
There's too much middle.
I don't like it.
Oh,
I don't like it.
it looks incredible though.
It looks amazing. It like
Oh, yeah.
it's
no,
just,
that's the reviews are in.
It's like
yeah.
it's all the wrong ratios. It's like all middle and all like goo.
it also is like
I think it's not done enough.
simultaneously too sweet and not sweet enough. Like it's.
Y'all are crazy. Don't talk to me or my pancake ever again.
Have you tried it yet?
No, I'm about to.
Yeah, no, you'll be singing a different tune
Yeah,
here.
enjoy, Gus.
I bet Gus will like it. Out of spite.
Listen,
Mistakes were made.
it's not that it tastes. It's not that it tastes bad. It's just a lot of pancake. Like normally with the pancake, you're right. It's the ratio.
thin.
It's like the cooked part and the thin part. This is a lot of middle of the pancake, and that's not that it's undercooked. It's just it's
It's too much.
emphasis on the cake part of pancake.
How did I get water?
Well,
on
it took
my
the
shirt?
pan part out. You all right?
Hmm.
When did I get water? I got water on my sweater.
Maybe you washed your
somehow.
hands earlier and like you leaned on the counter.
Maybe.
That'd be
yeah.
dry
That
by now,
happens
though.
Because it was
Be
kind
dry
of.
by now, yeah.
It's not that it tastes bad or anything. It's fine. If anything, if I was to make this again, maybe more sugar. Like it's not quite sweet enough. It's a lot of just
Sure.
bland
I would say,
cooked flour.
I would say too, some kind of like put strawberries in there, some kind of ingredient to like break up the
Absolutely.
the monotony of the center of that pancake.
This is
Monotony.
thick.
Yours or mine?
No, I think you're absolutely right. We do this again.
Love that everybody like a monotonous center.
This turned out better than I expected. The crust and this crunch on the outside is great. It's just a lot of soggy bread. Well, not even like it's just a lot of.
Why don't you thumb some fruit into it and see how it turns out?
Thumbs of fruit. Dude,
Oh,
I feel
God.
like if we
Andrew
ever,
couldn't even get it down.
I feel like
Yeah, but you mean
we make one again, get Michael Jones to eat it for Extra Life, an entire one. He would do it
God.
and
just
have
need
the
45
biggest tummy
minutes
ache.
of prep. It's strangely dry. It's
Yeah.
just the monotonous and
this is not to be xenophobic. It absolutely tastes like a delicacy from another country. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like this super cake is like, no, I'm like, it has like the, because I agree, like, there's something about like the flavor of the center that's like
Just off.
it's just not what I'm expecting in a pancake. That's the other thing. It's like it's a little bit. It's not what you're expecting when you bite into a pancake. So it's a
also
little like,
it seems like a cake, right? Like you look at
Yeah.
it and you think it's going to be like cake density kind of like texture, and it's not. It's like too thick and kind of like it.
It's funny because it's almost like a cheese, like the rind on the outside.
Yeah,
like it's
yes.
protecting the inside. Tyler, you want to try any of this? I don't know where you are. Just
do you
throwing
want
it
some
out
of
there.
this brie
Yeah.
pancake?
We've hyped it up so much. Would you like to try it?
I feel like it's an oddity.
It's an oddity.
you see
Yeah.
that-
I mean, I'm never gonna eat it again. But
You didn't eat it the first time.
A few years ago, I was in Tokyo, and there was this. There's this like place that's known for their fluffy pancakes. I think it was called Flippers or something like that. And it reminded me of this because it's like they're kind of thick and look almost biscuity,
Dummy
but
thick.
it's just like so light and airy and sweet, like everything you would hope that this would be. It's like if they took this and fixed it.
Is that off, by the way?
Yeah, it's off.
Okay.
It's been off for a
I
while.
was like, you have your paper plates
No,
just
it's
sitting.
just
I feel like
burning through that.
Japan is great at bulbous, fluffy food.
They really
Very
are.
light.
Well, I don't know what they are, but those like, I've seen them. They look like they're made out of skin, but they're not, and they're like pastries, and they're often in the shape of like little pigs.
Skin pastries.
Some real Cronenberg dessert you're describing.
Describe it. But I've seen a lot of videos of people like slapping it with like a little spoon, and it's like it's not gelatin or anything like that, but it like
Just jiggles.
Is it like a?
It
Is it
jiggles.
like a dumpling kind of thing, or is it
maybe?
Like,
But it's they're always sold in like sweet shops, pastry shops. Do you know that? I don't know what I'm talking about. It's too early.
I've never been.
I just woke
I've
up.
never been to Japan.
Me neither.
So.
Well, they're open back up. This is the time to go. And you motherfucker with your stupid ass shirt, I hate you.
I went.
I've been wanting to go since before the pandemic, and the fucking pandemic happened, and the world shut down.
It's been open for a while.
Yeah, I know. They just opened up Japan to tourism. Like in November?
Yep, that's
And
when I went.
I didn't want to go. It's like it's gonna be too cold. I think they just opened the Super Nintendo World in California. I think as of this taping, last night was the grand opening. I think they had Miyamoto out there.
Ooh.
So the one in California is open. And I'm gonna end up
gonna
going
get
to the
to
one
that
in
one?
California before the one in Tokyo.
Just play a magical flute, and it'll take you right there.
You
you
just
right
have
to
to
the
find
front
like a white surface and then duck down for 3 seconds.
Duck down for 3 seconds and drop behind all the.
Wouldn't it be
That's where the Super
sick?
Mario World heads out there, or actually Super Mario 3 heads out there. Sorry.
Wouldn't it be sick if they connected the two with a pipe?
Oh God.
Kiku, kiku, kiku. Make that noise
How long would
every
it take
time.
to
Yeah,
slide?
just get in this pneumatic tube, and in 36 hours you'll be in Tokyo.
It's just spitting out skeletons.
Oh my god.
People who starved.
We got a clog in the chute. Fucking broom.
Send another one.
I really want to go to Japan and to Super Mario World.
Didn't they? Wasn't there also now like a Studio Ghibli park as well? It's like they opened
so,
a
yeah.
theme park, but in the most Ghibli way possible. There's like not rides or anything. It's basically just like a section of forest that you can go around and explore in, and there's like movie Easter eggs hidden in the forest.
That sounds sick.
Yeah, it's like
Damn.
And it's like cheap. I think I must say it's equivalent like $20 to get in or something. It's like you contrast it to like big, super built out experiences that you
Yeah.
see like at Universal or Disney, and this is just like, hey, our movies are all about nature and
Yeah.
hanging out in nature. So go out there. We hid some stuff in the woods for
Yeah,
you.
it sounds like a chill ass time. That's what I like about it. But
Yeah.
speaking of food, Ghibli food. That's what I want.
Oh.
Like if somehow they could like make that animated food real.
Yeah.
Like that's like
Oh,
you know,
dude.
damn.
We
Like
had
it's like that. It's like the Super Ninja. It's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizza.
Yeah.
That pizza from the cartoon
With, like, the cheese strings.
Man, nothing will taste as good as that looks.
There's something about animated food. They just know how to really make you hungry. But yeah, I think I think we like pitched a show to make at Rooster Teeth where it was like trying to recreate anime food.
Like, it was like Make
a-
Mine Anime. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was what it was called. But and they did like we did like one episode of it with we did one episode of it with like Chef Mike. I feel like was like
maybe, yeah.
something. Did I ever see the light of day, or is that like in the vault? Who knows? Anyway,
knows?
it was really good and really fun.
Yeah.
And we should do it. Right to
And we
your
talked
congress-
about it on camera. Now it has to
now
come
it has
out.
to happen.
Andrew
Right to your
greenlit it.
congressperson. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. It sounds great.
That was a big part in Final Fantasy 15. I don't know if y'all played it. It was like almost like road trip kind of game where you're like going out with your buds and everything. Like you camp out. Then at night, you had to like decide what food you were going to make, and there were like money shots of the food, like showing it cooking. And the weird thing about that game was, I think one of the sponsors was like Cup Noodle, because every now and then in the world, as you're walking around, there'd be like a big Cup Noodle delivery truck. Or like one of the characters would be like, Cup Noodles, that's the best kind of noodle. It's my favorite. It's like,
Yeah.
what is this game?
Really, some just like non-subtle product placement.
Oh no, it was like front and center. Like sometimes like the texture, it would load the low resolution texture. Be like, what is that? They would like pop in the high resolution. Oh, it's Cup Noodles. There it is.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was one of the early Splinter Cell games. There was just like a blimp for a gum brand floating above like the map. In the opening cutscene, it's like Airwaves gum. It's like it's just so weird.
And I think what was it? It might have been Rainbow Six Vegas, where one of the early stages you have to like go into a casino or something and like rescue some hostages. But like out in front of the casino, there's like a Dodge Nitro vehicle with like spotlights on it, and like you can destroy everything else in the level. Everything's like interactable, destructible, but not the Dodge Nitro. That is always like pristine.
Man, they knew exactly who they were marketing to. Just a Dodge Nitro out in front of the Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah.
Do you think we'll get to the point where a billboard in a game is worth more money than billboards in real life? Like if GTA had real ads instead of like Sprunk and shit.
Like one of those like, does advertising work? Just did.
Yeah.
Inside a video game? Like,
Dude, I hate that.
your ad here inside a video. What the fuck is this?
I think EA filed a patent for that, for like the ability to deliver real world ads in like billboards in the video game, or like that way you could get real ads.
Because surely there's
dynamically
way more
placed.
eyes on that. Like surely more people see a billboard on the highway in GTA than they do any single highway.
Oh, 100%.
Because everyone has the same highway, no matter where you're playing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And if you stop to look at it, you don't cause a collision where you die.
That's true.
Is GTA 6 happening?
There was a big leak. They didn't officially announce it,
Yeah.
but there was like a lot of footage and information leaked a couple months ago.
Because GTA 5 came out, what, 2014?
2013.
13.
It was,
Wow.
on, it was on Xbox 360.
It was 2 console generations ago.
Wow.
Christ.
And it's still like one of the most successful entertainment products ever made, right?
But they still make crazy money with online.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that game really never gets old. Like, it's so much fun, and there's so much to do, and so much creativity, too, that people come up with.
We got hundreds of episodes of
I think
just doofing around.
I think we have another safe driver video coming out soon.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
You like obeying traffic laws and stuff?
No, where the whole premise is that you
Can't
have to
cry.
race around the entire island, around the entire map. You have to go against traffic. If you hit a car, you have to get out and get into a different car. If you hit a pedestrian, you have to swap 2 cars. And if you hit a cop car, you have to get into a cop car. So it's kind of like a mad dash to avoid hitting anyone. Then if you do cause a collision, getting out and getting into another car. So it's like a lot of frantic moving parts as you're all trying to race around the map.
And we're going to do an immersion of that as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be the last immersion.
We call it the 405.
And we're going to LA for
Going
it,
to
too.
LA. Let's go. Yeah. That's insane.
Whenever I'm in LA in a car, I'm always flabbergasted that they allow lane splitting for motorcycles there. Like allowing motorcycles essentially to drive in
Between cars. Oh.
lanes and in between cars. Because I'm just like, people there are so erratic and like swap lanes and are constantly like trying to get into the lane that's moving faster. And I'm like, I feel like there's probably so many accidents that happen of motorcycles trying to fucking zoom down in between the lanes and a car just like trying to
The
swap
only
right over.
time, like if it was me, the only time I would think I would ever split lanes is if everyone's at a standstill or going like
Standstill.
2 miles an hour, and then I'm like going 3 miles an hour.
But
Like,
there's people who like literally go
Yeah.
like straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like speeder bike fucking like, yeah.
Have they ever-
pod racing
Yeah.
out there.
Have
Yeah.
they ever carved out just a motorbike lane? Like a little bit into the shoulder?
They should. I feel like that's
so that
smart.
people could just rag it.
I think the closest you get is like they can drive in the HOV lanes.
Can they?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah,
but-
it's wild, dude.
Yeah, that's not much of a solution. It's like you go in this other really congested lane that's slightly faster than the main lanes.
It's also wild to me that exists. Like that's not like they don't have to drive in a lane. They could lane split. That's allowed. That's wild to me. But I think what's even crazier is that there's no helmet laws in Texas
Oh yeah.
for motorcycles.
Nope.
So
Yeah,
people
you
are
just see
on
someone
mo-
wearing a T-shirt without a helmet.
It's,
Yeah.
freaking
it's when you
crazy.
don't have nationalized health care, then it's like the Wild West when it comes to your own personal safety. Fuck it, who cares? If you
That's a
hurt
future
yourself,
bill riding around.
right? If you hurt yourself, it's not the government paying for it.
Yeah.
So it's like
You're dead.
it's on you and your private insurance. It's a real it's a real dystopia.
Yeah. It's just so
it-
fucked up.
There
My
was-
God-given right to die instantly if anything
Yeah.
happens to me on this motorbike.
or to give me crippling debt for the rest of my life.
Seriously.
I mean, that's the reason behind not wearing a helmet. It's like, look, if I get in an accident, this thing, I want to die. I don't want to be in the hospital saddled with. But it's like I don't want to survive this if
Yeah.
I crash with 900 broken bones.
Speaking of HOV lanes, I'm sure we talked about this a couple of years ago, or maybe like several months ago. There was that woman in the Dallas area who got ticketed twice for driving in the HOV lanes by herself. But her rationale was, oh, I'm pregnant. I can ride in the HOV lanes.
I did see that. Well, because of the
because
abortion
of
laws that
Roe
Gavin's with.
versus Wade getting overturned.
Yep.
So she got ticketed twice, and now I think they had to carve an exception into the law to legally allow pregnant women in the HOV lanes.
Hey,
Oh my God.
listen. If you're gonna say that this is a human being, a person at conception or whatever it is that they're trying to state, then
That was her whole rationale. I was like,
same way if you murder
drive
a
in
pregnant
HOV.
woman, it's double homicide.
Yep.
You know.
Absolute insanity. What a great state we live in.
What a dystopian.
Yeah.
Someone reached out to me. So a couple of weeks ago, I couldn't find anything to back this up. So I got to put a big asterisk on this. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about an old story that we had talked about a long time ago, which was that woman who was on a plane. The plane landed. She was asleep, and she says she woke up and like everyone had deplaned and the plane was parked and off, and she had to like try to get someone's attention to get out of the plane.
Uh-huh.
And someone contacted me who said they work for an airline, and they said that story ended up being not true.
Of course.
Oh.
That the woman waited for the plane to get parked, and then came out.
Well, of course, no one's going to be in their seat, and like the flight attendant wouldn't notice that, right?
They said internally there was like a year-long investigation into it. I couldn't find any follow-up on that story. All I could ever find was the headline.
Right.
So take it with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Someone who says they work for the airline contacted me and said that ended up being not true, and that people had lost their jobs and had to fight to get their jobs back because of it, and that it was a whole ordeal. And they went into a lot of detail, which I don't want to go into because then it'll identify them. So big asterisk on that. Like, I don't know how
Where do you hide?
true that story was. Maybe like hide in the bathroom or something, or
Yeah, or maybe like behind the back row of chairs or something.
Right,
Under
like-
a coat.
Safely stored in the overhead compartment.
maybe,
I mean,
maybe.
Yeah, I don't know where she would have hid. That's
so
not
just
true.
did it for a laugh.
Again, I don't know. I couldn't find
Just trying
any
to see the
follow-up to that
motivation there.
story.
Dude.
It's a real like I have an uncle who works at Nintendo vibes. And
Yeah.
it's like I can't find any information about it, but apparently this is true. Apparently this is true.
I listen. We're not the most correct podcast on the internet. We're just on the internet.
The internet's only podcast, Rooster Teeth Podcast.
We got new pancake guests up in
We
here.
got Tyler over there. Oh, hey,
Yo!
Blizz and Griff.
Liz, Griff.
Welcome. You're on camera. Look up there. It's on the jib.
Getting some pancakes?
Trying to be sneaky?
Do you want to try the pancake?
No, you
Oh.
don't. You don't.
There's a cake one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's dummy thick.
It
Check this with you.
Yeah, I'll take
should I
that.
tell them or should I just let them?
Let them experience it.
It's not poison.
Blizz, did you get the button maker?
No, I forgot.
Okay. I bought you the button maker.
Here's some.
Here, there's some forks over there. We made a pancake in this rice cooker here.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
It's been covered with syrup so far.
That's so fine. Oh, it's thick.
Yeah, it is. It is thick.
Oh.
Lift that plate. It is a thick boy.
Oh, that's a dense cake. No. There's a
Hey guys, enjoy.
Yeah. And I say,
Oh, you took a big
enjoy.
bite.
No, it's just very bland.
Isn't it no
Thoughts?
good?
Thoughts? Isn't it absolute rubbish?
It's not good, right?
It's just disappointing. It's not that I'm mad. I'm
It
disappointed.
looks and smells really good. and it tastes like like Play-Doh.
Yeah, that's honestly a perfect way of describing it.
It's got real Play-Doh energy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that it's bad.
It's not bad.
It's just not. I just can't. Good.
It's not what you think it's going to taste like.
Yeah, it looks amazing. You see it, you're like, this is going to be incredible. This is going to be life changing.
giant
It looks like a Japanese cheesecake.
It does.
Oh,
I'm finding it difficult to swallow right now.
yeah. Well, you also took a giant hunk in your mouth.
Yeah.
All right.
Delish.
Well,
They came over so excited and left just.
I know.
Yeah, so
yeah, there's like the energy on the entry
Yeah,
versus the
and
exit.
then,
was
like,
so
an
different.
energy- trudge back.
It's storing everyone's energy.
All right. Well, let's. We should probably go and wrap this podcast up.
Are we doing this next year?
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll be back on the day. This was a weird year because of the holiday and everything. Hopefully, we'll be live again next year. But we'll see you guys next week. We'll be live again next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Go watch RWBY.
Happy Pancake Day.